welcome to day 19 of the holiday card series for 2013. I am starting out with some Desert Storm environmental cardstock from Neenah. It's the same color that I used in yesterday's video. And I'm just going to score it at 5.5 so that it's a top folding card. I'm not going to fold it in half quite yet because I'm going to do some embossing. I'm using this really tiny dot embossing folder from Lifestyle Crafts. This is from the set that has the larger dots in it too. So I'm just going to get this centered on my card front. I love these Lifestyle Crafts folders, but unfortunately they don't cover the entire front of your card. So if you want to have it be kind of like a background on your card, you're going to have to kind of center it like what I'm doing here. Okay, so this is really embossed. It's a really deep emboss. These fun dots. So here's my card front. I'm going to go ahead and crease that so it stays relatively flat. It did kind of emboss it quite a bit, so I almost did kind of warp it a little bit, and it really softened the paper, but I think it looks really, really cool. So I'm just going to set that aside. Now I have some Simon Says Stamp watercolor paper, and I'm going to be using this stamp set from Newton's Nook. This is called Newton's Holiday Mischief. Adorable. These are brand new stamps to the Simon Says Stamp store, and I saw these online on someone's blog, and I thought they were adorable, so I recommended that they take these this line of stamps. They're so cute. Apparently the illustrator who creates these stamps, Newton is her cat. So adorable. So it's kind of like a whole, like I do Manny stamps and she does Newton stamps. I think it's so cute. So I'm going to use this one with the cat like hanging from the Christmas wreath. I'm stamping him in Archival Jet Black ink. Making sure that I press all areas of the stamp so that I get a really good impression. He's adorable. I love him so much. And of course, you know I'm going to color him like Manny because all cats are black and white, right? So I'm going to use some distress markers today, I think. And so I'm going to zoom in and turn on some music so you can listen to the music while I color. finished coloring him, and he's just like Manny, white feet, white hands, and white belly. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this with my heat tool to make sure it's completely dry before I cut him out. And also, before I use scissors, I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and cut out this interior area of the wreath. I'm going to have to work really carefully because there's a lot of curved lines. Okay, I got that cut out, and any of those edges that look white and don't look quite right, I can go over it with a brush tip marker like I usually do. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. In fact, before I do that, I think I might cut around his tail just to make it a little bit easier on me when I go to cut him out. That's a really tight area too. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to cut him out. Okay, so now that I have him cut out, I'm going to take a brush tip marker, and I'm just using a Copic multiliner, and I'm sort of painting the cut edges. It's going to make it look more finished. Crap, I got a little bit of my marker right there. Oh well. I have a friend who, she likes to go this direction because then if she accidentally colors it, then it colors the back. So that's always an option. See, like right there, I just colored the back. Then you can just flip it over and make sure you got all the edges. Alright, so there's my little kitty all cut out. I want to add something behind the cat, but I don't want it to disguise all of this really cool textured background. So I'm going to take some vellum, and I'm going to cut a circle. I'm using Sizzix circle framelits. And I'm thinking about this size would be perfect. Yeah, I think that would work. I'm going to use my Stampin' Up!, let's see, Pierce Matte. Okay, you can just use like a mouse pad or something too, but this is just what I happen to have. And I'll use the piercer, and I'm going to go around and pierce holes in the circle. Okay, so I have a circle that has all those holes punched. Alright, I'm almost ready to start assembling. I'm going to take this Meowie Christmas down at the bottom, and I'm just going to stamp this on some white cardstock. I have some Neenah Solar White cardstock here, and I'm going to stamp this in VersaFine Black Onyx. And I'm just going to cut this out so it's kind of like a little tag shape. I'm just going to pull this out of the bag long enough that I can, or far enough that I can punch a hole right there. Alright, and now I'm going to take a little piece of white thread. And first I'm going to put it through this hole. Hopefully I can get that through without any trouble. Looking good. Okay, so I put that through. I'm going to cut off one end. And I'm going to go ahead and start gluing everything together. Because the cat is going to go right over the top right there, I'm okay to put adhesive on the vellum right there in the center. So I'm going to use some Tombow Mono Multi Glue and just put quite a bit of adhesive right there because it's going to have to kind of seep down in between those embossed dots. Alright, you only want that to adhere down all the way. Then I'll take a foam square, and I'm going to put one behind his head, one behind his body, and then I'm going to cut up a foam square into little tiny pieces. And start putting it other places around the wreath and also on the tail. I'm not going to put it on the tip of the tail first because I am going to tie that tag on. Let's adhere the little kitty. Actually, I think I wanted him about right there. kind of hanging. Then I'm going to take the Meowie Christmas, and that's going to be hanging from his tail. Hopefully, it might be a little too big. In fact, I think I'm going to restamp this and have it be 2 words stacked on top of each other. So I'm just going to cut the stamp in half. Once again, I'll thread that through. Lovely, and that's just going to dangle off his tail. And I'm going to go ahead and put some foam behind it just so it holds it in place while I tie that bow. We'll just have it dangle right there. Then I'll have the string wrapped around his tail. I'm tying that into a little itty bitty bow. I'm going to round these bottom corners. And it looks like it needs something. So I'm going to, let's see here. I'm using a punch, I think it's a scalloped scallops punch from EK Success. I'm just going to cut off that end so it's a little strip. All right, and I'm going to have this go, I'm gonna have to lift up the Meowie Christmas for a minute. I'll reposition that. I'm gonna glue this down just right at the bottom. And once again, I'll use some Tombow Mono Multi Glue. And I'll bring that Meowie Christmas down and right there. So now, okay, I think that looks a little bit more finished. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's card, and please check back on Friday for day 20. That means we're getting closer to Christmas. So I hope you guys are getting all of your holiday shopping done and you're enjoying time with family and friends. And I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, guys. I have 3 videos for you to check out. They're the 3 previous years of the Holiday Card Series, all day 19. So the first one is 2012, the one in the center is from 2011, and the one on the end is from 2010. So please give this video a thumbs up if you like card videos and want to see more. And you can also hit that subscribe button in the top corner if you want to see every video that I post. You can visit my blog at kwernerdesign.com. And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of this video because I have a special little treat for you and I hope you enjoy him. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.